it's important to nurture trust between managers and employees.
Yes.
But for you to nurture trust, there needs to be a center that holds the two, which is your processes and procedures and policies.
Welcome back to our BrainMob Business Hub channel, where we talk everything business, growing businesses in different areas. And as it is a series, we are still talking about the HR function within the organization. And I am with Dr. Fixer here, the Dr. Fixer of HR in HR space. So Dr. Costa, thank you once again. So today we're talking employee relations, and we're going to dive and deep into this subject. Welcome.
Greetings to you, Mollen. Greetings to you, to the viewers.
Okay, thank you very much. So one might ask, Doctor, what is employee relations? Like in a layman's term, what are we talking about today?
Employee relations, to a legal person, we are looking at labor law, labor relations, environment in an organization. But to a layman, we are looking at the relationship that is between each employee to the tasks or to the function that they have in an organization, plus the relationship that is there between employees to their managers and leaders, vis-a-vis also the managers' relationships to what binds them together, what keeps them moving, the expectations from each one. How do you manage all those expectations within an organization, within the confines of the law?
Okay. Wow. So obviously where there are two people, there is a relationship.
Yes.
And in this case, you are saying within the organization, people to people, but those relationships are actually governed. So how, because there are people, obviously, there are disputes that are prone to happen. So are we saying then that that's why the governance around employee relationships should be clearly documented and legally so?
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so within your confine in the HR space, how are you helping your clients around employee relations?
Yes. That's very important, because what you don't know, you cannot implement.
Yes.
So the first step as BrainMob Consulting Services is to get our managers, our business owners to be acquainted to the labor laws. There are two sets of those. One, in the confines of South Africa, we have labor law statutes such as Labor Relations Act, such as Basic Conditions of Employment Act, Employment Equity Act, we have a Code of Good Practice, we have Skills Development Act, but they are not lawyers, they are not HR specialists, the CEOs and business owners. But then it is our duty then to, first of all, train them, bring awareness, at the same time help them to improve if they do have policies such that they comply with this, with these sets. At the same time, if the policies and processes and procedures are not there, we help equip, empower them, and at the same time help them to introduce those policies such that they are not found on the wrong side of the law. That is the first set. But remember also, our clientele as BrainMob is not only South African based. We have clients that operated within South Africa, but that have interest of business in Mozambique, in Zimbabwe, in Zambia, East Africa. We implement global laws, labor laws, global labor laws, the statutes, where we then say, are you compliant to the country laws that you are expanding to? Then we help you bring that closer to you and create contracts, create procedures, create policies that will enable you to do your business and maximize your profits without any hassles. So 2 points. One, if you're operating within South Africa, we help you with the national labor laws, labor statutes, and beyond that, we also help you create a culture that is positive. Hence, as BrainMob, we have that training program for managers. This is creating respectful workplaces, workplaces of excellence, based on Convention 190. ILO Convention 190.
Yes, thank you very much, Doctor, because you have said that there are a lot of statutes and laws that need to be adhered to by organizations. And as you know, CEOs, business owners, or leaders, they are not experts in that. So they need a partner who's going to help in making sure that. So within your 28 years of experience and serving clients, you have experienced, you have found out or you have seen ER challenges. Can you maybe highlight the common employee relations challenges and how you have navigated and helped the clients around those challenges? Key ones.
Number one is a failure of management and leadership to understand that the laws, the policies are not static. They are changing. They are ever changing. So you find you have a policy, for example, a leave policy that has been there for 5 years. Because you don't have a support partner that helps you to always bring the changes into your policy. And you find yourself having been taken to CCMA where you thought you are well and good. You find yourself having infringed or having unhappy employees due to a failure of your policies to comply with the day and age that we are in, number one. Number two, especially in the manufacturing sector, whether it's in Mozambique, in South Africa, wherever, the problems are the same. In the production sector, the problems are the same. The mining sector, the problems are the same. You find that on Monday after payday,
people are not coming.
People are not coming. But the first reaction of management will be to employ new people, will be to fire and dismiss. But we have the measures that can help improve absenteeism at your workplace. We have the solutions to conflict resolutions. Maybe we can speak about how is grievance or how are grievance processes held in your organization. Do you understand that there's in the formal, there's informal grievance processes? Are these clear to your employees? Do your employees, when they use these processes, they are not fighting management. That's where culture change and culture shift is needed to managers, where we help them to understand that the employees that come up with their grievances are the best, because they are saying this I'm not happy with. Once you find each other, once you put solutions, they are happy, they work. You see, to all our viewers, we want them to understand that in an organization, it will never happen a time that you will all be in agreement for everything. Which brings me to, again, since you asked me a very pertinent question, to union management. That's another fat cow in the room, where you find managers having problems with dealing with unions. We are there as BrainMob to help you manage workforce, whether you find that in your organization there's some that are part of unions and there are some who are not part of unions. How do you govern? How do you operate in such an environment? Or even if there are multiple unions operating in your organization, we are there to help you and capacitate on dealing with that, and to bring a relationship between the unions and the management, because the unions, as much as they are looking after the interest of the employees, they are not also fighting you. They are there to make your employees happy and empowered. Happy employees, empowered employees are going to give you the results.
Yeah. So I think what you are saying there is the bringing of balance for common cause within the organization, to say from the management as well. I think what matters is to make sure, because management, I know they will be also in wanting to report to the stakeholders of how the organization is going, and at the same time bringing that down to the workforce, cascading it to say, guys, this is where we are going, this is what is happening. So the bridge that you bring in with the services will help at the end of it all to produce and for the organization to achieve its intended goals. I know within, especially South African contexts, there is disciplinary, not only within South African disciplinary and grievance process, but I want you to touch more also on industrial relations. It's a very complex topic, because you see people approach CCM matters and all those so forth and so forth because of the relations that wouldn't have been managed very well. Maybe you can tell us, how do you support the disciplinary issues within the organization as well as the grievance processes within the organization? How do you support organizations with that? And also in the same manner, how then do you help with CCMA matters for the organizations?
Number one, it's important to nurture trust between managers and employees. But for you to nurture trust, there needs to be a center that holds the two, which is your processes and procedures and policies. So first of all, when we come to an organization, we do a gap analysis and see whether the policies themselves are compliant. Number one. Number two, regulation of policies and introduction of policies should not be burdensome. In terms of that, you have a policy even for falling of this water bottle. At the end, it's going to be very difficult to operate. So we are there as a voice of reason to employers to then say, how far should you go? Your compendium, it should not be a bunch of pages so big that at the same time it becomes laborious to the employees. So what we do is we are able to help you have the right policies that will speak to the problems that are usually a problem, but at the same time do not over-regularize your work environment, which becomes a problem to you. Because South Africa is blessed with beautiful labor statutes, Labor Relations Act, your Basic Conditions of Employment Act, and it's important that you see that we help you comply with the regulations in the policies, such that we can help you then to be consistent, and each precedent that you set, you keep it. Misconduct in itself does not mean dismissal. But if managers in an organization are not workshopped, are not trained, remember they have 800 other employees that they are dealing with. So they are thinking, why should I waste my time on this employee? Right? But to avoid that, to think that it's a waste of time, you provide necessary resources, necessary processes, necessary procedure, so that it is clear what happens when this happens. At the end, what happens on the left-hand side happens on the right-hand side, which brings consistency, process and procedure. So what we can say as BrainMob Consulting, HR Consulting Unit, is that you are sure as clients, you are sure as businesses to get support from a plethora of experts within the BrainMob unit, some labor relations specialists, some just HR general specialists, payroll specialists, your labor law specialists, with vast experience within South Africa and across Africa. So I'm telling you, an organization that chooses BrainMob as a partner in HR, it's not a mistake, but it's a benefit.
You are not overselling, but you are saying it as it is, right? Maybe as you are wrapping off, as we are wrapping off these sections, someone might be thinking that what are the positive shifts that I'm going to find within my organization should I bring you on board? Or what are the culture shifts that are going to come in, or the intervention that we are going to put in place?
Number one, it's employer-employee trust.
Yeah, okay.
Which is important for a relationship.
Yes.
And for productivity.
Yes.
Number two, culture awareness that we will bring for both the employees and also of the managers. Number three, the clarity on labor relations laws and regulations to provide an environment that all employees can thrive.
Yeah.
For example, GBV is a big issue in South Africa because many organizations are battling on how to handle it.
Yeah.
Hence, we come as a solution to that as we bring our creating what? Respectful workplaces that are supported by Convention 190. Number four, an HR that is, you will benefit from having a functional HR that will not need BrainMob every day to come to you. So what we do as a BrainMob, we don't just come as a business and have a business relationship. We empower your leadership, we empower your HR department, we empower your managers, we empower your supervisors, we empower your employees.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Fixer. Thank you. I think to our viewers, when you are looking into your organization, you look at, okay, do I need Dr. Fixer? Yes, you do. Thank you very much. So as we are continuing with this series, we will catch you in the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.